What's up, everybody? I'm Duke James. This is Zanzibar. Looking at a census, or the census, I should say, we have close to 19 million people, growing by 120,000 per year. Inward movement's 8,700. Outward movement's 15,000. Who cares about the nomads? Just skip over them. 2 million residents, 13,000 inward movement, so that's where most of the peasants are going. Natural change of 5,000, so we have close to 2 million residents. 200,000 fighting age men. This number is actually pretty important since I think most of our manpower is coming from the residents. So 200,000 of them are fighting age men. 61,000 burghers and 90,000 clergy. So industry. We have a massive food deficit, which I'm building so much irrigation in provinces that, yeah, I can't really do much else about that. Once I get 65 executive authority, I will go ahead and grab this, which will give a 10% rural production boost. So that should help with that. Fiber, a little bit of deficit, that goes along with the farmland. Fuel is good, raw materials, I'm building a lot of stuff, so that's why that has a major deficit. Exotic goods is good, delicacy, can't do much about that. Luxury, a little bit of a luxury deficit. Consumer deficit, military, naval surplus, industrial deficit. So, yeah, consumer and industrial have deficits, knowledge surplus. So, what I'm going to do is the nuclear option. This is the, I've tried to open up in certain provinces and try to increase production in those provinces, and it really hasn't done much for the deficit. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up a processed materials industry in every single province I own. I have every single province selected. Let's see, I have 1,500 ducats right now. Let's see how much this costs. Oh, only 500, okay. Yes, that wasn't that much at all. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a houseware as well. Now, that was about 600, so it's probably roughly the same. Now, in most provinces, that's not going to do anything because most provinces don't have residents. So that should just decay and disappear. If it even opened up in those provinces, it might not have opened up in those provinces. I assume because there was a lot of money that every province has it. It's not going to show up for a while, though, but any province that has residents without those industries will now have those industries. Like, it looks like this province had no houseware or processed materials, but it has 20,000 residents. So hopefully they start building that stuff. Might as well check for coal. No coal. Metal, no metal. Ivory. Higher learning, that's a couple provinces I opened up higher learning in. Silk, no silk. Carpet. No carpet. And one province with luxury cloth. Yeah, I've been trying to pump money into, like, Zanzibar, but this is just negative 47 ducats. So, yeah, like, I put money. This is what frustrates me about production, because I can put more money into Zanzibar in terms of the urban industry, thinking, oh, I'm going to increase textile and houseware production, but the money just goes to armaments and ship industries, since those are the biggest ones. They get the money. You can't really target investment unless you find a province that only has, like, that has nothing open, and then you build it up. Like, I'm just going to put a houseware industry in this province, which I did down here, I think. Yeah, like this province was just a processed materials province. But even that was negative. It wasn't making any money, so it wasn't expanding. and that output is half of what it can be. It's 2.5 out of 5. So more investment in this province isn't going to do anything. Yeah, this one was just an armaments industry, or an armaments province, so I've opened up houseware and processed materials now. This one was actually making money with its armaments. Go ahead and throw 10 ducats into there. Alright, so we'll see what that does in terms of production. Just to check, consumer goods produced is 300, industrial is 230. So I'll probably check that again in a couple years and see if that's actually done anything. I don't expect much, but hopefully it does increase that a little bit. Both global trade and scientific methods are now present in Zanzibar. But it's not enough to actually embrace those, though. It's 8.4% of Swahili development. Looks like scientific methods is spreading, yeah, 90% in this province and 87% in that province. So once those two are done, then that should be enough. 28 development in Mazizima and 36 in Zanzibar. So that should be enough for me to embrace that. It's going to be a lot, though. I should probably start saving my money for that. And then global trade is the same, literally the same thing, also the same amount of money. So I'm going to need probably 4,000-ish ducats to embrace both of those. So I think I'll start saving my money for that. Other than that, Butua broke their alliance. I'm really just not... I'm not really able to do anything in terms of fighting. Just, I have 3 ideas left for quality. And then I should be able to do this. Reform. And then once that reform is done, then I can do this reform. And that should give me a lot of manpower, hopefully. That's the idea. I make 116 ducats, so I should be able to pay for that. I'm going to miss paying less than 1 ducat for my army, though. Being over my force limit, like 8 troops, costs 0.2 ducats. It's so cheap. But I can't fight anybody unless I get more manpower, so... Some of these countries like Katanga and Vijayanagara, I'm going to need like 50 to 70,000 troops just to withstand them. Like, if they attacked me, I would be screwed, but they're not going to do that. I'm allied with Vijayanagara, so they're not going to attack me that way. And I have too many allies. But I can't really do anything offensively. Let's see, nobility. Yeah, the nobility have 4 reforms, or 4 privileges. Low obligations rank 3, and then this one, which this one is kind of irrelevant at this point. It does add a little bit of state corruption, but the aristocratic influence doesn't really matter. Gives a little bit of base relations, and prestige decay doesn't really matter either that much. There's nothing I really want to give them, so I think I'll just hold a couple of these supports in the bank for now. Okay, perfect. The bureaucrats are above 40 influence, so a lot of these require 40 influence. I also require high state reach. I want to do... This would be a good one to do, actually. So, 50 average autonomy or lower. Reduces yearly state reach. Global autonomy. Gives a little bit of admin efficiency. My average non-overseas autonomy is 56%, so that is decreasing pretty good. I'm building a capital over here and a capital in the Cape. I did expand over here, so these provinces are not overseas, so I'll probably try to build a capital over here at some point. They're all also part of trade companies, so that limits their autonomy. It keeps their autonomy at 100%, so if I can't get in the 50s regularly, then I'll drop those companies out of... I'll drop those provinces out of the trade companies, and that should drop at that point. Autonomy should drop. Hey, Warsingal, you want to take care of those? I'm going to build a bunch of trade ships, a bunch of light ships, in order to try and fight Majapahit, so... They really don't have much of a navy. Majapahit themselves have 46 ships, but 29 of those are transports, 16 galleys and 1 light, so they don't really have much of a navy. I should be able to defeat them on the seas, and then I can grab some provinces, like these 3 provinces in the Philippines from them, potentially this province as well. So that's my current plan while I wait for those reforms. Unfortunately, my heir, I don't believe, is... I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy. Only costs 50 prestige. Because that is not 65 executive authority. 65 executive authority is... 12 monarch points? Monarch power? This guy's 8. Is that 12? See, I don't think it actually says that anywhere, but you're supposed to, I think you take 65% of what 18 is, because that's the max monarch points, and I get 12. That seems kind of high, though. I guess that's like a 633. I'm probably not going to roll one of those guys, though. That seems really high. Oh, here we go. Executive authority. 431. Ruler impact 60. Yeah, this guy is 50%. He's a 432 regularly, and then he gets dropped down to a 431. Power Void plus 25. Don't know what that is. Yeah, so this guy's regularly a 9, which is 50% authority. So 65 would be 12. Alright, I guess Warsingal is not going to take care of these guys for me. How rude. Alright. Ooh, okay. Fairest son or most pious son? Both have strong claims. This guy's 58, so not him. pious or fairest? It's going to be the fairest. He's got to be a good ruler, right? Because he's fair. So he's smart. Oh my god. What? Enrique? What is Enrique doing here? Okay. So how do I kill this kid? There's no way this guy's taking over. I don't think I've ever rolled a 0-0-0 in my life before. That's impressive. I almost want this guy to rule just because that's so crazy. That is insane. A 0-0-0. Well, at least, I mean, he's fair, so he's got that going for him. He's also gonna die, so... My prestige needs to be 0. Yeah, I can't have this guy take over. Gain 2.72. I need to fight a war just to get prestige. So I can get rid of this kid. These guys have a... Yeah, Azuran is a good target to attack, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack them. Because my heir is dumb, the Azurani people have to suffer. Oh yeah, I got rid of those. Gets rid of those troops. I hate that. These guys are a rival to somebody. I can have them. Nope, they don't have rivals. Should be able to get 6 prestige from a war with them. Removing a rival is 5 prestige. They don't have any rivals, though. I think giving up claims is like 2 prestige. War reps is like 1 prestige. Alright, Warson Gully. Transferred trade power is 2, war reps is 2, forced military access is 2. I guess I should make them concede defeat. I would get 10 prestige. That would be the easiest thing to do. So I'll just grab their capital then. My ruler is part of a armies, so let's get him out of there. Since leading armies increases chance of death. Bring these ships over to Asia. Alright, scientific methods I can embrace. Okay, I can embrace both of them. They both cost 2,500 and 2,700 ducats, though, so I don't have that money right now. I do make 97 ducats a month, so should get it eventually. Alright, they will concede defeat. And I can get rid of this guy. God, where is it? There we go. Okay, yeah, no way that guy was gonna inherit. I needed a guy with 12 monarch skill. I got a guy with 0. Alright, these colonies in Papua New Guinea finished. I thought this was a colonial nation, but I guess not. So these provinces have large forestries, like really large forestries, 1,400 in that province. 1,600 in that province. I don't think these are gonna actually be completed, though. Like, I'm not gonna get a lot from these provinces. Alright, I'm gonna check the census again, because I think it's been a couple years. Did anything happen? So consumer was 300, and industrial production was 230, so it decreased. Consumer production decreased by 3, and industrial production decreased by 4. Just like I predicted. Everything's going according to plan. First, you gotta decrease production in order to increase production. You have to lose control to be in control. I like how this lines up exactly along the coast. It's kind of like curved like the coast. I'm gonna assume that production just didn't update yet on those two. So hopefully, you know, maybe like 5 years from now, then it increases. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and end this part and then pick it up in the next part. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.